Hello everybody, and welcome to a game that's been on my radar for a long time, Firewatch, which promises to be an interesting story with mystery and intrigue, where we play as a fireman called Henry, who has some sort of problem with his wife, so he goes off to the forest in Wyoming, and needs to keep an eye out on fires, but along the way he has interesting conversations with someone on the radio. Anyway, let's continue. This is how it starts off. So you see Julia. Alright, who the hell is Julia? She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, what's, your major? You slur the word major, and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says. And I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Was that a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. Hell yeah, I want a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Ooh, we got ourselves a girlfriend. Now what? Alright, pick up the backpack. Relatively simple. We're in an elevator. Ding! Menswear. Ding ding! Menswear. Like little liar thing there. Let's get inside the truck. Where are we going, Mr. Truck? Oh, more writing. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Lovely beer. Julia wants to get a dog. Okay, there's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. Which one should we get her, the beagle or the German Shepherd? I think the German Shepherd, because it'll look after her, right? Mayhem's an excellent dog. He loves wrestling with you in the park and goes with Julia on her runs. Even though he's too big to bring to school, Julia loves him all the same. Mayhem is a friend, child, and pet, all rolled into one. Kind of like Rocky, our dog. He's like my little child. 1979, you talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off of the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying, if you and I have some, a couple of little idiots, that would be pretty good, I guess. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. Now, the story's interesting, but this is a first-person game, guys, so just at this point, I just want to remind you, it's not all writing like this. Okay, you say she's absolutely right. This is just setting the stage for why we go to the forest, so don't worry. And here is the forest we speak of. Thoroughfare Trailhead. No fireworks, do not forget to check in. You're in their country. Learn to live with bears. Thoroughfare Trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. Luckily, I am exactly that, an inexperienced hiker. So, what does that mean? Probably going to get lost a lot and perhaps die. I don't know if you can do that in this game. 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. Okay. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad or you ignore her. I'm going to ignore her. Getting mad doesn't solve anything. You don't touch each other all night, not even in the no-no zone. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. Okie dokie. Wonder what our job is, currently. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. Ooh, but do we pose and flex like He-Man or frolic like a Victoria's Secret model? Obviously He-Man. Come on, we're not no model, especially not the way I look. You look awesome. Yay, I am He-Man, master of the universe. And I jump down ledges, apparently. Now, where are we? It's kind of cool. You got to admit, the graphics look fantastic. Look at that. Already looks like there's a forest fire there. REinstein. Watch this. Two Forks Fire Lookout. Aha! So we're heading to our lookout tower. Jumpy over the little log there. The sun is blinding me, 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking mayhem at night. Okay, there's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. But one of them tries to mug you with a knife. A knife, you say? Mayhem runs away. No, me, move, fuck the dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. Do we scare him away? No, we don't. We beat his goddamn face in. Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say, okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. Okie dokie. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Stupid work getting in the way. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job. Agree if she commutes back and forth. I'm going to agree. As long as she comes to visit me, it might be okay. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. That's not very often. That's like once every 3 weeks or something? 2 weeks maybe? Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode, in inverted commas. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it, or you make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. Maybe we should talk to someone about it. What's her problem? After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She's 41. Wow, that is early. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. I used to work with people with dementia, so I kind of know a bit about that. I feel for her. Let's pick up this journal. And what do we have inside? It's me as He-Man. So strong. I want to read... it doesn't let you read that thing on the left-hand side. Maybe it will one day. Or further into the story. Mayhem is getting older. He's got silver hair down his back and slows down at night. Don't we all, when it's bedtime? You and Julia walk into the bar to see your friends, and it feels like nothing has changed. Julia goes back to the university. 1987. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Whoa, that's gotta suck. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days, you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love, but after 5 minutes she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. But she gets worse. Damn, we're losing our wife to dementia. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else. Somewhere with 24-hour care. A home. It sits with you for a couple of months. Do we want to put her in a home, or should we look after her by ourselves? I guess we should really look after her. That's the nice thing to do, right? It's going to be hard, but I think it's necessary. Okay, we're back in the forest. So I guess he's having some sort of regressive episode while he's traveling to the Firewatch tower. He's like thinking, what happened? Why? What made me go here, you know? My wife, dementia, I have to get away. What does the stag represent? Is that an elk, a stag, a deer? Not sure. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter. Drinking then, too. Sounds like we got an alcohol problem. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. So, do we put a chair in front of the bedroom door, or trust that she sleeps like a rock? I don't know if these choices have any impact on the game or not. I'm going to trust her anyway. Surely, if she's tired, she'll sleep. You'll go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple of nights a week. You look forward to those nights. Trying to flirt with Sheila, is it, Mr. Henry? One night, you're stopped at a driving under the influence checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. That gives you an indication that he's kind of losing. He's not looking after himself or the place he's living in. Then they tell you Julia is coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. Ooh, the intrigue is real. And obviously the job we take is to be the fire watchman. Enter the lookout tower. Alrighty. Oh, cool. I like the sky and the stars and the clouds. Giant full moon. How appropriate. Let's climb the lookout tower. Run, mister. I definitely could not climb the stairs like this. I'd be tired by the first floor. Alrighty, there's a door here. In we go. Turn on the power. Okay, looks like we got a radio. Map table. Ah, there we go. Generator switch. And REinstein said let there be light, and there was.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Oh, hello. How do we use the radio? Reply. Ah, I got it. Okay, hello?
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, I reckon you have killed 3 ex-husbands.
Okay, you've killed 3 husbands. You're a black widow and you're just out here until the heat dies down and then you'll kill again.
Ooh, very good. Bravo, Henry.
Okay, I sleep now?
Not quite. Now you.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see.
He really doesn't want to
I don't
talk.
know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job.
Wow, this promises to be awesome. That's kind of the introduction, and we're moving on to day 1. I will join you for the next episode where we'll figure
Morning,
out what's
Henry.
going
Well,
on.
I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
And here is where we will leave it. We will pick up the radio charger next time and maybe be given a quest or something. But thank you ever so much for watching. I'd love some feedback to know what you guys think of this game. Whether you want to see more of it. I'll probably end up releasing it once, twice, 3 times a week, something like that. Depending on what you want. It all depends on you. Thank you for watching. If you want to support me in any way, please go to patreon.com/RedneckEinstein and support me from as little as $1 a month. Subscribe to my channel and click the like button. Thank you. I'll see you on episode 2.